Hi, welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today I'm participating in the Multiple Sclerosis Tablescape collaboration for 2020, and it's hosted by Tammy Thompson-TVMG and co-hosted by Vee-ology. And I'm going to have both of these ladies' channels listed down below in the description box, along with the playlist so you can see what everybody is doing to participate in this challenge, as this is Multiple Sclerosis Month, and to represent multiple sclerosis, they use the color orange. And so that was the main rule for this challenge, was to make a tablescape and use orange somewhere in your tablescape. So for what I did for that was, to begin with, I started out with a little bit of orange in my napkin rings. All I did was I took some of my flowers and tucked them down inside my napkin ring, just like what you see here. I really like the look of this. I like how the orange just kind of pops against that linen ivory color napkin, and I think it just makes it look really pretty on there. Another place I used my orange is in my center crystal bowl. I used a deep orange all along the bottom portion, and then some peachy orange color of hydrangeas around the top. Also in that bowl, I have some orange carrots. You can see one of them right there on the table. I have those throughout the flowers in my crystal bowl, but they're a little bit harder to see there. All you see is kind of the dark green round part from the top of the carrots. But in the middle of my bowl there, I also have an ivory colored candle. Now, besides having the orange in my crystal bowl and on my napkin rings, I also went ahead and put an orange Easter egg down here on the table right next to this adorable bunny with the big floppy ears. I thought he was just so sweet, and as it's almost Easter, I was so happy that I had him. On the other side of my crystal bowl, I have this little set of Easter bunnies over here, and I'm using these little tiny dessert cups that I put a little cream colored votive candle in. And then, of course, I have a couple of the plastic carrots on each side of my crystal bowl as well. Now, behind the crystal bowl, I have a vase with multiple colors of orange flowers in it. That just added a little bit of height, and I like a little bit of height to my centerpiece. I just don't like the height in between where my husband and I sit, so it doesn't block our view of each other, but I do like the height, so I tend to set the height off to the side just a little bit. Now you can see here for my goblets, I have my water goblet on the right, and that's pure clear. And then I have my wine glass, and that is an amber color. And I think it just goes really pretty and really pulls out the orange in all the flowers that are used on the napkin rings and in the centerpiece. Now, as far as my table setting itself, I have these gold chargers, which I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And on top of those, I have some ivory plates, a dinner plate and a salad plate, and those were both also from the Dollar Tree. And then, as I mentioned before, on top of that, I have my linen napkin that is ivory colored with my orange flower on it. The flatware I'm using is just my everyday flatware. So I have a very easy tablescape here. Hopefully you can see how pretty and elegant it looks, and yet it still looks nice and clean and crisp. I absolutely love having the bunnies thrown in here on the sides as we're almost to Easter, and I think they just add that little extra whimsical look to it, and yet it still stays looking very elegant as well. My flowers that I have in my taller vase here are from Walmart, and the flowers in my crystal bowl, those are all from Dollar Tree. Now, one other thing that these ladies did ask for this tablescape is to mention something or a fact of something that you have found out about multiple sclerosis that you didn't know before. Well, I didn't know a whole lot about it, even though we do have a very close family friend that has MS and has been in the wheelchair for several years. And I've known her for years and years, probably 40 some years. And so I was actually really happy to participate in this challenge. So when I researched, I decided to research about women since the person I know who has MS is a woman. Now, what I found out about women having MS is it doesn't have to stop them from having a family and having children. If you have MS, you can still get pregnant just as much as what a woman without MS can get pregnant. The one difference that they did mention is that you may have to change some of your medications before getting pregnant, and so they do recommend you talk with your doctor before you get pregnant. But as far as getting pregnant, there is nothing stopping you from getting pregnant if you have MS. Another really neat thing about that is just because you have MS, you don't have to worry about that affecting your baby when you have a baby, that it is not transferable like that, and you can have a perfectly normal, healthy baby, and you don't have to worry about that whatsoever. Now, one of the really interesting things I found out about MS and being pregnant is after the first 3 months, a lot of your MS symptoms, you actually get a lot of relief from them in the second and third trimester of your pregnancy. And so you may find that you have a lot of relief from some of your normal symptoms from MS. And I thought that was really interesting. So I just want to say again, thank you to Tammy and Vee-ology for hosting this collab, bringing awareness to this really important issue. So thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks so much for watching.